Welcome to my channel, Crochet for Baby. Thanks for watching. In today's tutorial, I'm going to show you how to crochet this little bonnet for baby girls between 9 and 12 months old. I did it to match the little cardigan sweater and the little pants that I showed you last week. If you'd like to see this tutorial, just click the little lamb down here next to my channel name and it'll take you to my main channel page. You will find the tutorial for the cardigan sweater and the pants there. Now, like I said, this little bonnet is for baby girls between 9 and 12 months old, along with the little jacket and the little pants. But you can easily make them smaller or bigger. Just be sure to check out the information box of each one of the videos. Also, comment below and let me know what you think about this little set or any suggestions that you may have for next week's tutorial. Also, if you prefer a written pattern, check out my Etsy shop. I'll be adding the written instructions there as soon as they're ready. Now, at the end of the tutorial, I'll leave you the finished measurements of this little cap. And remember, all of my tutorials are always in English and in Spanish. Okay, so let's get started. But first, don't forget to subscribe, share my tutorials, and if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Thanks for watching. Okay, to begin, I'll be using this 3.5mm crochet hook, and today I'm using this number 3 baby yarn. I'm using Bernat Baby Sports. I went ahead and made my own little cake here. Now, you can also use DK weight yarn or 8-ply if you're in Australia. Okay, so here to begin, we're going to start with this pink color, and then I'm going to use a little bit of white towards the end. So I'm using the same colors that I used to make the little cardigan sweater and the little pants. So here, the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to chain 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Join to the first chain like this and make a slip stitch. Now, inside this ring that we just formed, we're going to make 12 double crochets. But first, I'm going to chain 2. These 2 chains from here on never count as a stitch. So now, yarn over, insert your hook in this ring here, and make your first double crochet. Insert your hook back into that ring and make your second double crochet. This is all I'm going to do until I have 12 double crochets. I'll meet you back once I have my 12 double crochets to show you what we need to do next. I finished making my 12 double crochets. Now to finish this first row, we're going to go on top of the first double crochet, not the chains. These are the chains, so find your first double crochet and right on top, make a slip stitch. And here's the first row with 12 double crochets. Now for the second row, chain 2. Remember, the 2 chains never count. In this row, what we're going to do is we're going to make 2 double crochets on each one of the double crochets. So beginning into this first one where we did the slip stitch, you're going to make 2 double crochets, 2 double crochets on top of the next, and so on. You're going to continue like this, and we're going to finish this second row with a total of 24 double crochets. Continue and I'll meet you at the end. I'm here at the end of this second row. I have 24 double crochets. To finish, go on top of the first double crochet and join with a slip stitch. And here's the second row with 24 double crochets. Now for the third row, chain 2. In this row, what we're going to do is we're going to make 2 double crochets, then 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, all the way around until we have 36 double crochets. Let me show you. Beginning into the same double crochet where we do the slip stitch, make 2 double crochets. Into the next, make 1. Into the next, 2. Into the next, 1. This is all we're going to do for this third row until we have 36 double crochets. Like I said, I'm here at the end of this third row. I have 36 double crochets. To finish, go on top of the first double crochet and join with a slip stitch. And this is how I finished the third row with 36 double crochets. Now for the fourth row, chain 2. In this row, what we're going to do is we're going to make 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1. Let me show you. Beginning into this first double crochet, make 2 double crochets. Into the next 2 double crochets, make 1 on each. Into the next, make 2 double crochets. And then again into the next 2, make 1 double crochet on each. And then you're going to continue with the same sequence. 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1 to the end of this fourth row. At the end, we're going to have 48 double crochets. I'll meet you at the end of this row. I'm here at the end of this fourth row. I have 48 double crochets. To finish, go on top of the first double crochet and join with a slip stitch. I forgot to mention the previous row that I'm using this hook. It's the same size. This one here was nagging my yarn, so I decided to switch. Now for the fifth row, chain 2. In this row, what we're going to do is we're going to start with 2 double crochets, then into the next 3 double crochets, we're going to make 1 double crochet on each. Then you're going to repeat the same thing, 2, 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 1. Let me show you. Beginning into the same double crochet where we do the slip stitch, make 2 double crochets. Then into the next 3, make 1 double crochet on each. Again, into the next, make 2 double crochets. And into the next 3, make 1 double crochet on each. This is how you're going to continue for the rest of this row. 2, 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 1. At the end of this fifth row, we're going to have 60 double crochets. Let me check the end. I'm here at the end of this fifth row. I have a total of 60 double crochets. To finish, go on top of the first double crochet and join with a slip stitch. And here's the fifth row with 60 double crochets. Now for the sixth row, chain 2. In this row, what we're going to do is we're going to make 2 double crochets, then into the next 4, 1, 2, and then into the next 4, 1. Let me show you. Beginning on top of the first double crochet, make 2 double crochets. Then into the next 4 double crochets, make 1 double crochet on each. Again, into the next, make 2 double crochets. And into the next 4, 1 double crochet on each. This is how we're going to continue for the rest of this row. You're just going to make 2, then into the next 4, 1, 2, and then 4 double crochets. At the end of this sixth row, we're going to have 72 double crochets. Continue and I'll meet you at the end. I'm here at the end of this sixth row. To finish, go on top of the first double crochet and join with a slip stitch. And this is how I finished this sixth row with a total of 72 double crochets. Now it's measuring right across. It's measuring about 13.5 centimeters, which is almost 5.5 inches. Now, what we're going to do next is we're going to begin our pattern. This pattern is going to consist of fans and V-stitches. So let me show you. Here, I'm going to chain 3. And into this same stitch here, I'm going to make a double crochet. Skip 1, 2, and into the third, make a fan. Each one of the fans consists of 2 double crochets, chain 1, 2 double crochets, skip 1, 2, and into the third, make a V-stitch. Each one of the V-stitch is a double crochet, chain 1, double crochet. Again, skip 1, 2, and into the third, now make a fan. Skip 1, 2, and into the third, make a V-stitch. This is how you're going to continue for the rest of this seventh row. So continue and I will meet you at the end of this row. I'm here at the end of this seventh row. This is where we did fans and V-stitches. I have a total of 24 stitches. Just for reference, I have 12 V-stitches and 12 fans. To finish, go here to the side where we have these 3 chains and join with a slip stitch. Now for the 8th row, we're going to chain 3 and we're going to turn. From here on, we're going to turn. Now inside this fan, I'm now going to make a V-stitch. Inside the V-stitch, I'm going to make a fan. Again, inside the next fan, make a V-stitch. And inside the next V-stitch, make a fan. This is how you're going to continue for this part. And we're not going to finish this row completely. we're going to finish right about here because we're going to leave this part here open for the back of the little bonnet. So I'll meet you right about here to show you how we're going to finish this 8th row. I'm here at the end of this 8th row. I have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 stitches here left to finish. I'm going to make a double crochet inside this V-stitch, and this is how I finish this 8th row with a total of 19 stitches all around, plus 2 double crochets here at the end and at the beginning. These 3 chains here count as a double crochet. Just for reference, I have 10 V-stitches and I have 9 fans. Now for the 9th row, chain 3 and turn. Here we're going to repeat the same thing we did on the previous row, and all the rows to follow you're just going to look at your first stitch. For me, I have a V-stitch here, so I need to make a fan. In the next row you're going to have a fan, so you're going to make a V-stitch, and so on. This pattern is very easy. All you do is the same thing, fans inside the V-stitches and V-stitches inside the fans. That's all you're going to do for the rest of this 9th row. When you finish this row, let me finish this fan here. When you finish this row, you're going to finish here by making a double crochet into the 3rd chain. Then you're going to chain 3 and turn, and then here you're going to have a fan, so you're going to start that next row with a V-stitch, and then you're just going to alternate back and forth. I'm not exactly sure how many rows I'm going to do here for the rest of this part, but continue watching. I will let you know exactly how many rows I'm going to do, so I'll meet you at the end of that row. Okay, I finished making this last row with this color pink. Here at the end, I just finished by making a double crochet. I cut my yarn and passed my yarn through this last loop, and this is what it looks like. In total, I have 14 rows. I have 6 rows here of double crochets, and then I have 8 rows of this pattern, including the first row that we did here. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 rows. So in total, like I said, we have 14 rows. Now this part here is measuring from here right across to the end of the last row. It's measuring about 16 centimeters, which is about 6.25 inches. So now for row 15, what we're going to do is we're going to go here to the opposite side. This is where we finished, so we're going to go right here. Now this row, I need to make it from the inside out. So I'm going to grab a loop here with this white yarn. I'm going to insert my hook here into this last chain, grab a loop. This here is the front side, so we haven't turned yet. So I'm just going to attach my white yarn here first. So bring this loop through, chain 1, and turn. Now we're on the inside. Into this same chain here at the end, make a single crochet. Now I have a V-stitch, we have 2 double crochets, so yarn over and make a front post double crochet. Inside the V-stitch, make 2 double crochets and finish with a front post double crochet. Now I have a fan, we have 4 double crochets. Into the first double crochet, work a front post double crochet. Inside the fan, make 2 double crochets and finish with a front post double crochet. Again, I have a V-stitch, work a front post double crochet into the first double crochet. Inside the V-stitch, make 2 double crochets and finish with a front post double crochet, and so on. You're going to continue like this and repeat the same thing, and that's what it looks like. Continue, and I will meet you at the end of this 15th row. Okay, I finished this 15th row. Here at the end, all I did was just make a double crochet on top of the last double crochet, cut my yarn and pass my yarn through this last loop, and this row here is done. Now for row 16, we're going to go on top of this last double crochet, and I'm going to use this pink yarn again. I'm going to bring a loop through the front like this, chain 1, turn, and then make a single crochet here into the same stitch. Now we have 4 double crochets. This here is a V-stitch, and we have these 4 double crochets. In the middle, we have the 2 double crochets. So in the middle of each one of the V-stitches and the fans, where we did the 2 double crochets, this is what you're going to do. It's exactly the same thing. You're going to work a front post half double crochet into the first double crochet of the center, and in between the 2 double crochets right here, you're going to make a single crochet, 3 chains, single crochet, and then work a front post half double crochet into the second double crochet. Again, jump to the next, the 2 double crochets in the center of this fan, work a front post half double crochet between the 2 double crochets right here, make a single crochet, 3 chains, single crochet, and then work a front post half double crochet into the second double crochet. Again, let me show you. We have the next set of 4 double crochets. We have the 2 here in the center, work a front post half double crochet, a single crochet between the 2, 3 chains, single crochet, and then finish with a front post half double crochet. And this is what it looks like. This is all you're going to do for the rest of this 16th row. So continue and I'll meet you here at the end. Okay, I'm here at the end of this 16th row. Now to finish this row, we're going to go on top of this last single crochet and make a single crochet. And this is how I finish this row, and this is what it looks like. Look how beautiful this looks. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to make single crochets all around here. So what we're going to do here, don't cut your yarn. You're going to chain 1 here, and into this last single crochet that I just did, make a single crochet. Into the next row in white, make a single crochet. That's 2. Then we have chains, double crochet, chains, double crochets. Into the chain, make 1 single crochet. That's 3. Into the double crochet, make 2, 4, 5. Then the chains, 6. Into the double crochet, 7 and 8. The chains, 9. Double crochets, 10, 11. And then I have these last 2 chains, make 2 single crochets there. So that's 12 and 13. So I have 13 single crochets here. Now what we're going to do here for these double crochets for the fans and the V-stitches and the spaces is just make 1 single crochet into the double crochets and into the chain spaces. So we have this double crochet here to begin. That's 1 single crochet. That's 1, 2, 3, inside the chain 1 space, 4, 5, 6. Then I have the V-stitch, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and into this last double crochet, 15 single crochets. So far we have 13, 15, and now I need to make 13 single crochets along this other side. So here into this first space here, make 2 single crochets, and then 1, and then 2, and so on. From here you're going to do the same thing we did here, so that you finish with 13 single crochets along this other side. I'll meet you here at the end of this row. Okay, I finished making these 13 single crochets along this side. So we have 13, 15, and then we have 13. So that's a total of 41 single crochets for this first row. Now for the second row, we're going to chain 3 and turn. Now in this second row, what I'm going to do is 1 double crochet on top of each one of the single crochets. So beginning into this second single crochet, make a double crochet on top of the next, and so on. Here, this is all I'm going to do. And I'm going to finish this second row with 41 double crochets. Continue, and I will meet you here at this other end to show you what we need to do next. Okay, I finished making this last row. Here at the end, I just finished by making a double crochet, then cut my yarn and pass my yarn through this last loop. All I need to do here is just hide this end, and the little bonnet is done, and this is what it looks like. I went ahead and weaved in a little ribbon here through this last row of double crochets that we did, and all you do is just go in and out, and just weave it all the way around. And that's what it looks like. Here in the front, I went ahead and sewed in these little flowers. You know, I love these little rosebuds. I just sewed them in there. Make sure that if you do the same, they're nice and secured in there so that the baby won't pull them off. Mine are nice and secure. They won't come off. So that's what I did here around. It's optional. You can leave the little flowers out if you like. So the little bonnet is done. Let me give you the finished measurements. So the depth, it's from here to here, it's measuring about 6.75 inches, which is about 17 centimeters, and the height from top to bottom, it's measuring about 17.5 centimeters, which is about 7 inches. So based on these measurements, this little bonnet cap is for baby girls between 9 and 12 months old. Now you can also make it smaller or bigger. Be sure to check out the information box below. I'll leave some information on how you can make it smaller or bigger. Now I made this little hat, as you know, to match the little set that I already showed you. The little jacket here, the little pants, these. If you want to see these tutorials, just click the little lamb next to my channel name and it'll take you to my main channel page. You'll find the English tutorial there. Remember, my channel is bilingual. All of my tutorials are always in English and in Spanish. Okay, so this completes this little set. Comment below and let me know what you'd like me to make next. Thank you for your support always. Until next time.